Now I'm going to change this to pure scientific notation. I need to move my decimal 2 places over, so I'm going to multiply by 10 squared. So then I need to divide here by 10 squared. So I get 2.09, because I moved my decimal 2 places to the right, times 10. To divide powers having the same base, I keep the base and subtract the exponents. So that would be 90. Divided by 4.1 times 10 to the 21st. Now I do the division on the calculator. So I'm going to do the 2.09 divided by 4.1, and we get 0.5097, so that would be 0.51 when I round off. So I have 0.51 times 10. Okay, now to divide powers to have the same base, I keep the base, subtract the exponents. See, the base is 10. I keep the base, subtract the exponents. So it would be 0.51 times 10, and 90 minus 21 is 69. Now I need to put it in scientific notation. So what I need to do is to multiply here by 10. Then to keep everything the same, I need to divide by 10. And 0.51 times 10 would be 5.1 times, to divide powers having the same base, keep the base, subtract the exponent. 69 subtract 1 is 68. So I get 5.1 times 10 to the 68th. Now let's combine raising a power to a power with multiplication. Now when you have a negative sign like this, I suggest you kind of figure out what the sign is going to be before you start. Now I'm going to keep up with it with the problem, but I still recommend that you note that the sign is going to be negative. The reason is I'm raising a negative 2 to the 5th power. So that means I'm multiplying a negative 2 by itself 5 times. Well, a negative times a negative times a negative times a negative times a negative is going to be a negative, and then a negative times a positive is negative. So we're going to have a negative answer. But working the problem, here we have a product raised to a power. So I can apply the 5 to each of my factors. So it would be a negative 2 to the 5th times 10 to the negative 4 to the 5th. And here, again, I have a product raised to a power, so I apply the exponent to each of the factors. So it would be 3 squared times 10 cubed squared. Now, of course, negative 2 to the 5th means negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2, which we know is negative 32. To raise a power to a power, I keep the base, multiply the exponents. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. 3 squared is 9 times, okay, now to raise a power to a power, I keep the base, multiply the exponents. 3 times 2 is 6. Now here, I could change this to scientific notation and then do the multiplying, or I can go ahead and multiply and then just have to change one time. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to multiply the negative 32 times 9, and I'm going to multiply the 10 to the negative 20 times 10 to the 6th. This is all multiplication. Since it's all multiplication, I can regroup and reorder any way I want to. So I choose to put the decimal parts together and put the exponential parts together. Now on the calculator, I can do negative 32 times 9, or perhaps do it in my head. Let's see, 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. And 1 makes 28. So I get a negative 288 times 10. Okay, now to multiply powers having the same base, keep the base and add the exponents. Negative 20 plus 6 is a negative 14. Now I need to put it in scientific notation. I need the decimal here, so I need to divide by 10 squared. So I need to multiply here by 10 squared. So I get a negative 2.88 times 10. Now to multiply powers having the same base, you keep the base, add the exponents. Negative 14 plus 2 is negative 12. Round to two significant digits, I get a negative 2.9 times 10 to the negative 12. Now I have some more exercises for you. And you know the drill. You copy the problems, stop the tape, work the problems, restart the tape to check your answers. Now I want you to evaluate and express the answers in scientific notation. The first one is 2.8 times 10 to the 4th, all raised to the negative 3 power, times 5.8 times 10 to the negative 2, all raised to the 5th power. The second one, 4.7 times 10 to the 18th, divided by 3 times 10 to the 4th, raised to the 5th power. Here are your answers. The answer to the first one is 3.0 times 10 to the negative 20. The answer to the second one is 1.9 times 10 to the negative 4. If you disagree with either answer, be sure to check with your instructor. This completes the tape on raising powers to powers when the numbers are written in scientific notation.